Hello everybody, welcome to Sparkless Inspiration. How is everybody? I thought I'd do an on-camera read today because I'm just having the best day. The flow is fantastic, the weather is nice, but my neighbor just told me the most incredible thing. I have this weird dynamic with my neighbors, like some absolutely despise each other and they have ongoing cat wars and problems. And he said that the weather where we live is going to go from the 70s down to the 20s and we're actually due like a snowstorm. So I have to investigate this because I am not loving that thing. So what I thought I'd do is get Colette's new deck. Hold on, let me get some more of this. And I'm just going to shuffle and split it and I'm going to see whatever comes up. I have a lot of great quiet nuance information that's reaching me today with, of course, the help of Enya. I just sat out in my yard and I listened to Enya and I was like, oh, it's heaven. There's something that slows my my heart rate. I get so peaceful with that kind of music. It is like a big dose of just mellow. I love it so much. And you know, I've never really found it necessary. Like, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't take any kind of drugs or anything. You know, it's like I just don't need it. But what is my drug is mellowing music and a good vibration, and it just gets me there. And you know, that's no shade on anybody that indulges in anything. My system does not react well to any of that. I go to extremes. I get like very angry or very paranoid or very crazy. Like I get chemically imbalanced with anything that I put in, and I become erratic. So I just don't partake. I wish I could sometimes, because I remember once somebody just had the CBT stuff that just relaxes you, but it doesn't have the, I almost said PCP, whatever that, THC, the thing that is kind of has the little woo-woo in it. But I still felt like, I feel like I don't like the loss and control of either my limbs. And when things are super enhanced or extreme or whatever, I just feel whacked out. But I'm now learning that I can get in this pretty calm, hypnotic state with really good music, deep breathing. And I need that to slow down, and we all do, because, you know, we get racy and we think we have to produce, and it's simply not true. We should just kind of be in that flow. And I was just listening to the, is it Oronico? I think it's called the Oronico flow, yeah, Enya and some other songs, and it was just such a it was a breath of fresh air. So what I'm going to do is just see what cards are coming up. I love this. Here's the thing though, I gotta grab my glasses real quick down here because I can't see what this says. Oh, okay. This is true. And this is funny because this is just what I was talking to somebody on the phone to: forgiveness. We need to forgive ourselves. I love Love and Hip Hop in Atlanta and all those shows. Like, I like to watch the family dynamics, and I feel like some of those musicians are so talented. But what was happening is this one guy, Mendici, was talking about how he basically was in the projects and his mom was gone a great deal of the time, and you had to basically go to the neighbors and ask for food and stuff. And the mother stood up, and she's someone who didn't kind of like do the shadow work, and she got so embarrassed and she was trying to shut it all down. And you can see that these traumas that come up, these triggers that come up, and we forgive our parents for not being able to be everything that we might have thought was necessary for us, you know. Especially like, I grew up in the indulgent 70s and 80s where, you know, everybody was smoking weed and partying and doing whatever. And it was like, but I had, you know, reliable parents, and they could pick me up and drive me to my sporting events and all of this. But, you know, I remember we had neighbors, and we had some people in the neighborhood, you know, that drank too much, and they'd show up at school events for their kids and like cause a scene. And that's a thing that so many triggers and traumas can happen. And we need to be able to forgive our parents as well as ourselves for anything that might have gone down in our life, and just get back in the swing of things. So it's so funny how I thought I could be able to read the next one, but oh, I love this. So heart, hope, and compassion. Now this is huge. When I come from this place, I'm able to do anything during the day because I see everybody with loving eyes. I see them with compassion. If they cut me off, if they beep, if they do whatever, I don't take anything personally, and I just flow through it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just allowing, because if I don't let that encroach on my energy or my headspace, I feel great. I feel like I can continue to do whatever I want. Do my weird little thing, like drop Hagen off, go fill up a shopping cart, and then abandon it because I don't have time to wait in line. Like, I've had a really nice run of days using that beautiful hypnotic suggestion to myself that everything is fine. I have all the time that I need. I don't need to rush. And this Libran energy helps us as well. It helps us balance those scales. We put ourselves in a good headspace. We allow for whatever bandwidth we have, and we work within those parameters. We don't stretch too thin. We don't give too much. We don't overcompensate. We're very, a lot of equanimity there. Like, let's just really keep it cool. Now, I love Spirit of the River movement towards adventure. Really big on this lately, and I really, really feel this 100%. We, as humans, we need things to look forward to, right? We need things to get excited about. We need that kind of Easter egg hunt feeling in the morning, like, hey, what are we going to go find and seek that's going to bring us joy, vitality, light? Oftentimes there's all this weird psychology about the things we buy and what we hope it will bring us. Like, shirts is a place to go, and it really is a new exciting endeavor. You ever think, like, when you showed up at school or work and you had a new shirt, you felt very crisp and together? It's like, it's funny, but they all have their psychology. Still things with like tchotchkes, and that's why I love tarot decks and oracle decks too, because I have not only the fantastic artwork, but the insights and the beauty inside those as well. Like, I look forward to those. But we do need to create a sense of adventure and wonder in our life, and that can be in the little things. Mine is definitely, like, I listen to the birds. Today I had the woodchucks and little woodland animals come back in my yard because the flowers are coming up, and that was so nice. So whatever you can look forward to and brings you a sense of wonder and light and gets you excited about life, really plug into that. And what I thought I'm going to do too over on IG is I'm going to do a little daily thing on astrology. I'll probably do like fire signs. I'm really starting to pay attention to some of the nuances that are occurring because of that, and different seasons create a different thing, right? Like Aries, we're more, let's go get it. We're fired up. Things are enhanced. Our capabilities to lead and to delegate, to have courage to speak up for ourselves, to set our boundaries. That's really in play during Aries season, to motivate, start new ventures and things like that. So I'm going to be doing that over on IG as well. And I definitely feel that, we all will have that proclivity to go back to that comfort zone and be, in a pattern. But something helped me this morning. And if you guys haven't seen Tori, the Hope Dealer, Tori, the Hope Dealer, you should go watch some of her videos, because she actually empowered me to get up out of my natural comfy zone, go jump in the shower, put on some makeup, get dressed, and go work outside and change your environment, move a muscle, change a thought. Because she was like, she looked so cute. She had a little pink eyeshadow on. She's all jammed out and jazzed out. And talk about a unique childhood. She actually was sent to live with a grandmother who was quite abusive and didn't feed her right, and she remembers eating chicken food for food on the island. I think it was like Jamaica. It was one of the islands, and this is what I'm talking about, where people have a depth, a richness to their life because they come through the other side of neglect, of abuse, of certain things. And one of my things that I think I came through the other side of, there's a lot of death in my family. I mean, I'm extraordinarily healthy and I always enjoy good health, but I have lost the majority of my family. And I think that's where I got connected to the other side and being able to channel, because my mother and my aunt probably, they noticed that. And when I went to a healer once, she said, you have two women around you, and I knew right away it was them. And I hear them all the time and, have full-on conversations. And I think that was my hardship that I overcame and traversed and was able to come out the other side, because I feel like people have more facets to them when they, everything isn't silky smooth and here's a silver spoon. We undergo certain things and we come out the other side. So it's how we use that and choose that. I was talking about this the other day on Goldie Hawn on Overboard, where, she's the bitch of the universe and pissed off about her caviar, but she's really a beautiful, loving person. And she just came to terms with that because, like her butler says, you had the honor to be able to experience life from the other side and come out and retain that knowledge for the betterment, that sort of thing. And that's what happens. And then we realize what really matters, and it's not a caviar and yachts and the golden kind of polish of life, but is how we treat other people and how we treat ourselves and how we value ourselves and the connections that we make. And that's truly what matters. So I just wanted to come on camera and read because I had my good Enya calm down, and I was like, I just felt like it would be nice too, because sometimes I like to see my readers in person too and just connect with them too, and it's a nice way. And thank you guys for all your love and support. So I'm going to go upload.